YouTube, what the fuck is going on? Happy Sunday. I hope you guys are having a great Memorial weekend. I just got back in town from Atlanta, Georgia, visiting my friends and family for my nephew's graduation. We were all super excited for that, super pumped for that. It was a great time. Glad to be back home, though, and get back on my routines. Today is, I think, day 28. Yeah, day 28 of 75 hard, so still going strong. Even on vacation, we still have responsibilities that we got to take care of, and I knocked it out of the park. Made sure I stayed on routine, everything like that. Had some fun while I was doing that, and overall it was a great time. But I'm super excited to be back home and get back to some normalcy in my life. So super excited. There's a lot going on right now. As you guys know, in the last couple of videos, I talked about having a mentorship now, and hasn't started just yet. Some of the parts of it have, which I'm super excited about. That I kind of get all that stuff basically for free. And then once June 28th hits, I have my first one-on-one call with my mentor, and then the program actually starts from there. So a lot of things are coming into fruition for myself right now. I mean, I'm gaining a lot of traction and got big momentum behind me, just kind of pushing me through. And I'm in a really good flow state right now, being that, we're not really halfway through, but we're nearing into halfway through 75 hard. So it feels like yesterday I just started this journey, but I'm super excited and I'm super proud of myself that I'm just doing everything that I say I'm going to do, when I'm going to do it, and how I'm going to do it, right? And just having full intention behind what I'm doing, so that way it means more to me. All right, so we're going to go ahead and jump into the read. So let's get into this. Today is the 28th of May. Sorry, I literally just rolled into my apartment and had to go hit a workout because I haven't hit one yet. So let's get into it. So today is May 28th, becoming more disciplined. How are you doing when it comes to discipline? Do you take on mental and physical challenges just for practice, or are you constantly seeking a way to stay in your comfort zone? Do you sometimes regret that you've been able to get yourself to do what you know to be right? Or most of the time, do you believe that you do the best that you can? And how do you react under pressure? Do the people on your team expect extra effort or a sudden explosion from you when things go wrong? Your answers to those questions will give you insight into whether you are winning the battle for discipline. To become a more disciplined team player, strengthen your work habits. Discipline means doing the right things at the right time for the right reason. Review your priorities and follow through to see if you're on track. And do something necessary but unpleasant every day to keep yourself disciplined. Take on a challenge. To strengthen your mind and resolve, pick a task or a project that will put you in over your head. Doing that will require you to think sharply and act with discipline. Keep doing that and you will find yourself capable of more than you ever imagined. Tame your tongue. If you sometimes overreact emotionally, a first step to improvements is to stop yourself from saying things you shouldn't. The next time you want to lash out, hold your tongue for 5 minutes and give yourself a chance to cool down and look at things more rationally. Use this strategy repeatedly and you will find yourself in better command of your emotions. The 17 essential qualities of a team player. What kind of example are you setting for your team? So everything in life that we want to do that are going to make us successful requires a great amount of discipline, right? Having routines and everything like that. When I am not on a routine, when I am not disciplined, when I'm not doing the things that I should be doing, like waking up early and going to the gym, right? Reading books, right? Doing things that are going to help me, not only physically, mentally, but spiritually. Am I praying, right? All of these things will gradually get me closer to where I want to be and become the person I want to be, right? A big person I look up to is Wes Watson, and he talks about creating the man he desired and then giving that man to the world, right? And that struck me differently, right? Because a lot of people think it's creating different lives for other people, but we have to create a different life for ourselves before we can do that. And a lot of that comes with being very disciplined. So you got to fucking think about the things you're doing in your life, right? I am going completely sober. I'm not drinking anymore. I'm not doing, any of the stuff, that extracurricular bullshit, because it has no meaning in my life and it causes me not to be disciplined. It throws me off my routines. It throws me off the good habits that I'm creating. And also, I've had instances in my life that could have drastically, cost me my freedom, my health, somebody else's life. So there's no reason to have that shit in my fucking life anymore. So I decided, before I started 75 hard that I would go sober. because I need to be disciplined. I need to be on a routine that is constant so that way I can create the man I want and give that man to the world, right? And I'm striving to do that every single day. I'm striving to live my life with a lot of gratitude, a lot of purpose, and have a lot of intention behind the things that I'm doing every single fucking day. So that way, once I do grow my following and things like that, the impact I have on people's lives is great, right? I don't want to come into this game and, just have these videos be meaningless. I want to create such an impact that it's talked about all across the world, right? My goal in life has always to be, man, my fucking camera does not want to focus right now. My goal in life has always been to be, the person in life who's been known to go out of my way to help other people without question, right? To do the things I say I'm going to do when I do it and how I say I'm going to do it, right? Remember, if we could do 90% of the things we say we're going to do, right, we'll be drastically more successful. But let's be 100% with that and do 100% of the things we say we're going to do, because we never want to break a promise to ourselves, right? Bedros Keuilian talks about it all the time when he's like, hey, if you hit the snooze button after setting an alarm the night before, you broke the first promise to yourself of the day. And then after that, it just creates a fucking slippery slope. So we constantly have to remember these things. When we say we're going to do something, we have to do that. But that comes with extreme discipline. And that sets the example for the people around you. If you are a leader on your team, and you're somebody who's out of shape, doesn't do anything to improve your life or the people's lives around you, if you aren't doing anything to perfect your craft at whatever you're doing for monetary purposes, constantly not looking for ways to push the envelope, what example are you fucking setting for your team? Because if you're doing that, your team thinks it's okay to do that. But if you're somebody who takes great care of himself, takes great care of the people around him, is doing things to push the envelope, get better, not satisfied, always looking for ways to improve, then your team will want to do the same thing. Because that's how I am. I have a bunch of people in my life who are constantly looking for the same thing. They don't complain about the situation they're in. They find ways to continuously improve that situation, and it's through discipline, routines, habits that create fucking massive results. Right? But we got to take the action to do that. Stop doing the fucking shit we shouldn't be doing. There's no need to fucking go and drink and do all that stuff. I'm not saying or like trying to push this off on people, but give me a realistic expectation that you can go out and fucking drink and not be hungover the next day and be completely motivated. Now, maybe there's like a 1% in the world that can really go and do that, but I mean, dude, I just can't. Like, if I go out and party and do that shit, I'm out late, there's no way in fucking hell I'm going to be motivated to do anything the next day. And that's the biggest thing. So, we can't have great discipline with bad habits. Those things just don't go together. It has to be great habits, great discipline, great routines, right? Like, my nightly routine before I fucking go to bed, like tonight, is make sure my clothes are ready for the gym, right? Make sure my food's prepped for the gym. Make sure I have, not for the gym, but just the day. But make sure my clothes for work are all laid out. That includes my belt, my shoes, every fucking thing. So that way, all I have to do in the morning is wake up, put those in my gym bag, put my food in my lunchbox, and I'm fucking out the door. It makes it so easy that I don't have to think about it. But if I do that all in the morning, I'm fucking tired of shit because I'm waking up at 4 o'clock. My dumb ass is just going to take the time to go right back to my bed and go to fucking sleep, because that's what I would rather be doing. It's not easy getting up at 4 o'clock, so why would I want to add more stress and more activities when it's hard enough to get up as it is, right? I want to take all that shit out of the playing field so that way when I wake up, it's extremely fucking easy. So the only thing I have to worry about is getting my ass up and getting to the gym and doing that. Like, that's what it talked about in the book about doing something extremely hard. That's the thing I do every single fucking day or 6 days a week, is wake up and go to the fucking gym first thing, because it's the hardest thing I got to do in my day. Everything else is a fucking cakewalk. Drinking water, eating clean, reading, and then going on a walk for 45 minutes outside for my outside workout. That stuff's fucking easy. But with my current position as a finance manager at the dealership, I never know when the fuck I'm getting out of my store, especially when I close. So the likelihood of me going to the gym and it's 9 o'clock at night after work is very unlikely, because I'm tired. Because I spend a lot of my mental capacity helping other people all day long. Anywhere from 8 to 13 hours a day. So I'm fucking spent mentally. So the only thing I'm really looking forward to is going home, unwinding, getting my shit ready for the next day, and starting the next day. I don't want to go to the gym, so I have to make sure I do that early in the morning, so I knock it out. And I get so much more gratitude out of doing it in the morning because I'm up early as fuck. I got the hardest shit out of the way. I'm stacking wins, and I'm at work no less than 15 minutes early. Most times I'm getting there before anybody on the fucking sales staff. So, and that makes me feel really proud of myself because I get all this time in the world before my day really even starts to get my get shit done list started early. So that way I can just do whatever I really need to for the rest of the day and focus on maybe something gets thrown my way, right? And that gives me time to react. But when I got a boatload of shit going on and I don't have enough time to react because I got everything getting thrown at me at once, of course I'm going to have some anxiety. Of course I might lash out. Of course I might do the things that I shouldn't do and react differently. But if I go ahead and take care of that shit early, I don't have to fucking worry about it anymore. But that just comes with being fucking disciplined. I mean, I think it was a great read. It had a lot of meaning to me, especially with everything I'm doing in my life and things that I'm changing for the better. And, I have a fucking goal that I'm going to hit by the end of the year. And it starts with the discipline that I'm setting right now. And it starts with me cutting the bullshit out of my life, whether it's, wasteful spending. Any of this other bullshit that I really don't want to be fucking doing, that way I set myself up for success. And I'm not worried about what other people fucking think about what I'm doing. Of course, I'm 27 years old and going on 28. All my friends and everything like that, they're all going to dinners. They're all going to party. They're all going to do this fucking bullshit, trying to fill a void and live a life that doesn't really mean anything to them, right? There's no meaning behind any of that shit. That's, to me, meaningless interaction because there's no substance to it, right? Because how the fuck are you going to be at a club or a bar playing loud-ass music and have great interaction with people and build great relationships? Half you motherfuckers don't even know what the fuck you said the night before because you were so fucked up on alcohol or drugs or whatever the fuck you were doing that you don't even remember. So how is it even fucking making lasting memories? Talking about the bullshit you did I fucking threw up, man. I didn't get home till 4 o'clock in the fucking morning. I was up all last night. We closed the bar down. I used to be that motherfucker. I used to be that motherfucking loser. But I am not that guy anymore because all that shit I figured out real fucking quick that it was meaningless. I was trying to fill a void for myself because I was just an angry fuck. I was trying to feel great by using alcohol and drugs, doing stupid ass fucking shit. But it made no sense to me. Like, there got a point in my life where I was like, I don't need this shit anymore. There's no substance behind it. It doesn't do anything for me. I'm not doing anything positive the next morning. I talk big dreams all the fucking time. But when I was living that fucking lifestyle, going out and partying every fucking weekend, and even on the weekdays, maybe going out and having drinks, there's no way in fucking hell anybody truly believes that I was going to be successful, right? No, like, it's just not going to happen that way. The level of success that I am trying to attain does not include having alcoholic beverages in my life. Does not, warrant me having fucking drugs in my life. I can't do that shit anymore because the level of success that I will have very fucking soon, because I'm going to put everything I have into this fucking mentorship, it's unexplainable. But it starts with being disciplined and understanding that, like, I can't do those things. And I'm not I don't have an addictive personality or anything like that to where I, like, crave it and I have to have it. I just know me and my dumbass self wants to be the best at everything. And that includes when I drink. Like, that just means I'm going to drink a fuck ton because I just want to be the best at it. And that's not the greatest personality trait to have in some arenas, i.e. that kind of shit, right? Example, going to drink until I fucking, hit the floor, and it just makes no sense. So I'm going to get off my soapbox about that. But anyways, I hope you guys have a great fucking Sunday. I'm super excited to finish off this month. I'm going back to work tomorrow. 3 days left. Gotta finish fucking strong. Gotta finish real strong. I know I'm going to. I'm capable of so much. And it was a great refresher to spend time with my friends and family. I hope all of you guys have a great fucking Memorial Weekend. I hope you guys are all doing the things you say you're going to do and finding ways to get 1% better. That's the only thing I ask of you guys. You don't have to do everything I'm fucking doing, but look for ways to improve your life by 1%. Get 1% better. And then once you figured out how to do that, and that's compounded so much over time and in your life, help others do the exact same thing. That's what these fucking videos are for. These videos are for the public to help them live their most optimal life, to create a copious, abundant environment for everybody, because we all should strive to get better. No matter what we're going through, there's always ways that we can improve our situation, and it starts with us, it starts with our routines, and it starts with our discipline. So I appreciate you guys for watching this video. Happy Sunday. Enjoy your weekend. I'm getting the fuck out of here because I got shit I got to do. Got to meal prep and do the things I say I'm fucking going to do. But love you all. See you later.